So for today's episode, I'll be helping you guys in your process in creating your art. Okay, so I'll be giving you top 5 things to consider in planning, okay, and making your masterpiece. Okay, so the first thing that I'm suggesting you guys to consider is find your focus. Okay, find your focus on what is your subject in your artwork. Okay, so as we all know, art in its various forms is used to convey emotion, to tell ideas, to teach people. Okay, so varying those ideas, okay, we can use art as a way of our language, okay, in telling people what we want to tell them. So it is best to filter your ideas, okay, find your focus, find what you want to tell in your piece. Okay, find what you want to tell in your piece. Okay, so how can we do that? First, find out what are your ideas. Try to write or sketch them. Try to write or sketch them. Okay, so for instance, in my case, I draw some guides. Okay, so here is my idea and my piece, and as I work on that, okay, it becomes like this. Okay, so it becomes like this. So from this to this. Okay, so first I have this idea that Batman is walking towards us, okay, at the rooftop, while we are seeing the top view of the Gotham City. However, as I work on my sketch over and over again, okay, I realized that what if I put Batman in a seashore, okay, while we can see the Gotham City, we can also see the reflection of it using the water. Okay, so entertain different ideas. Okay, get out of the box. Okay, get rid of the junk ideas, get rid of the crap ideas, so that you can entertain those wonderful and amazing ideas in your mind. Okay, get rid of the dirty things so that you can work on the gold ones. Okay, so the next thing that you want to consider in creating your art is contrast. Okay, contrast is a very important thing, not only in art but also in life. Okay, we people tend to see the contrast in everything. Okay, when we see black, we tend to see white. When we are looking at the good things, we tend to bypass the bad and horrible things that are happening to us. When there are bad things that are happening to us and we tend to focus on those things, we tend to bypass and look over the good things that are happening to us. Okay, so we can call that induction. Okay, so when there is a red thing in the sky, we tend to focus on the blue thing in our composition. Okay, that is one of the examples of contrast. Okay, so what I made here in my piece is a very interesting contrast, for my opinion, because I made Batman very cool, okay, in terms of his color. Okay, and in order to bring it forward to us, to make it emphasize Batman, I made his background warm. What do I mean by warm? It's full of red, yellows, okay? that is very contrasting to his color. Okay, so that is one of the things that you can do, especially in creating your art. So I have here a very good example of contrast. So this artwork is made by Alex Ross. Okay, Alex Ross is one of my inspirations in my art. Okay, so what you can see on his artwork, okay, is he divided his character into two. First are the good guys, and the other one is the bad guys. Okay, so not only that, he divided them. Okay, he divided them in a creative way. Okay, by using colors, he colored the good guys, or the Justice League, okay, in a very warm tone, while the League of Supervillains, okay, are colored into very cool tones, such as blue. Okay, so he made contrast by using colors. Okay, so in planning your composition, it will be very helpful to consider how you will put contrast in your composition, okay, or in your overall piece. Okay, and knowing what is your focus or what you want to convey in your artwork will help you identify how to put contrast in your artwork. Okay, so the next thing that you want to consider while creating your artwork is separating it into shapes. Okay, what do I mean by that? It is separating your middle ground, separating your foreground, your middle ground, and your background. Okay, so separating those and other aspects of your artwork will help you have more full control in your piece. Okay, especially working on digital. Okay, so for example, I have here let me show you my line work on this sketch. Okay, so here's my line work. Okay, and I divided my piece into foreground, middle ground, and background. So here's my foreground, which is Batman. Okay, then the Gotham City as my background. The wood. Technically, you can see you can do that in the colors. So as I divided this, I can have full control on Batman. So whatever I do in Batman won't go to anywhere. Okay, so when I want to add color on him, okay, it won't go through the buildings. Okay, so it is best and safe to work on this, because not only it will save you time, but it will save you a lot of trouble in dealing with your backgrounds and foregrounds and middle grounds. Okay, so try to separate those into shapes. Okay, not only just in layers, but in your overall piece. Try to make very interesting contrast in every shape in your piece. That is very important. Okay, so the next thing that you want to consider in creating your piece is the foundation. Okay, so what do I mean by the foundation? The foundation of every masterpiece, of every artwork you see, is the sketch. Okay, no, not the sketch, the sketch. Okay, so that is the foundation want to build early on. Okay, because the foundation is what you will be using, okay, all throughout the piece. Okay, doesn't matter even if you have a very fancy coloring style. It doesn't matter if you have very interesting special effects in your piece, as long as the foundation is off. As long as the foundation is off, okay, that is horrible. Okay, that is horrible. That will be a very terrible draw. Okay, because the foundation is what you will be using to place each of those colors to put very interesting special effects. Okay, so in creating your sketch or your foundation, excuse me, it is best to use references, especially if you are a beginner. Okay, since we beginners are not so much knowledgeable when it comes to anatomy, okay, mostly in the human body, it is best to look for references, look for the things that can help us and widen our perspective into the human body, to the piece that we are making. Okay, it is not a cheat to look for the things that can help you. Okay, you are not copying references, you are learning from them. Okay, and the last thing that you want to consider, especially in creating your artwork, is find a different perspective. Okay, so just like what I've said earlier, try to look references, but what I'm telling here now is to look for criticism. Okay, look for criticism. Find people that you trust and have a knowledge in art wherein you can learn from, them, because they have so much knowledge than yours. Okay, wherein they can give you a different perspective in your art. Okay, so why this is very important? Because as we are trying to draw our piece, we tend to look over the flaws, we tend to bypass the flaws in our art. Okay, we tend to see only the good things overall. Okay, but if we are trying to look for criticism from other people, they can tell us the things that we are not able to do. Because remember this, guys, it is our job as an artist to make wonderful artworks. Okay, it is our job to do the good things. Okay, but it is not our job to make such flaws in our artwork. So for us to grow as an artist, we tend, or we should, look for the things that we are not able to do, because those things will help us to grow and improve more. Okay, so that's all, guys, and those are my top 5 things to consider while creating your artwork. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So remember to think, draw, and inspire.